Hi everyone, this is Abika. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to convert standard logic apps into an MCP server that are immediately callable by any MCP compatible agent. We are going to walk through a simple logic app with some basic workflows in it, and we'll enable MCP on it and add it to in Copilot Studio and testing everything end to end from our agent. Let's get started. There are primarily two basic approaches to expose Logic App as MCP server. The first one is with the API Center wizard. This quickly spins up an MCP server backed by a single action and connector. This is best for simple focus tools, but limited to one connector per server instance. And the second one is the manual method of configuring the host.json file of your Logic app, where you can expose multiple workflows through one MCP endpoint. So for multi-tool, multi-workflow scenarios, the manual method is more scalable, and in this demo we are going to cover that. Here we are in the Azure portal, and this is our standard Logic app. Mind it, it's not MCP server is not compatible with the consumption plan. We have few stateful workflows with an HTTP trigger in this Logic app with a clear JSON schema, and it has actions such as fetching data from SharePoint, sending email, or posting it to Teams. We'll go through one of it and we can see how it is designed with one connector and how the actions and the JSON schema is there. Now, each of these workflows will become an MCP tool once MCP is enabled. Now we are gonna go through the process of enabling it, and we are gonna go and see the development tools and go in the advanced tool and go to the Kudu editor to find our host.json file. We are here in it, and in the debug console, we are going to start the PowerShell. We'll locate the site folder, and going into the root folder, we'll find our host.json file, and we are going to edit with our pencil icon. This lands us to this JSON schema of this file for this Logic app. It shows the extension bundle section where it loads the Logic app workflows extension bundle. Now we are gonna replace this JSON schema with our own, and we are essentially adding a block for MCP server endpoint where it is turned true. It activates the API/MCP endpoint, and we have kept authentication to anonymous for right now, just to have a quick POC, but for production scenarios, it is recommended to use OAuth and API keys, etc. Now we are gonna save this file and go back to our MCP actually Logic app, and going in the overview, and we are gonna give this app a restart so the changes that we have made are in effect, and give it a minute so all the changes are there. Once restarted, your Logic app exposes a single MCP server endpoint. We are going to append /API/MCP. Now all our stateful workflows in this Logic app are now discoverable as MCP tools through this endpoint. We are in Copilot Studio, and this is my agent Linda. I've been experimenting with it. Now we are going to add our MCP tool in it. It's showing all out-of-the-box connector, prompts, flows, and all other capabilities that is already there out of the box. There are other MCP agents as well. There are quite a lot now. Now we are going to go and add a tool, going to the MCP server and putting a server name and a description. Let me grab some description for it and the endpoint. And right now, authentication will keep simple and clicking create. It shows my Logic App MCP custom connector has been created. Now we need to add a connection, create a new connection, and create, add, and configure. So our request is completed successfully and your tool has been added to the agent. Now going to the tool, we'll see our tool names that were our stateful workflows in our Logic app. This allows LLM to interact with our external systems and perform real-world actions. Now let's start testing it. We can test our first stateful workflow that was fetching data from the SharePoint library, SharePoint list. Our SharePoint sample list is here. It has some basic list with some product name and its metadata. Going back to our agent, we are going to post a question. How many feedback did we receive for this product? We'll go to the activities so we can go and look how everything is working. I open the activity map and send. So we can see it has invoked our MCP at the back end and it's getting all the feedback. We can test the other workflow also, send this information to Teams. And we can see it's using our other workflow, that is the tool in the agent. It says it has been successfully sent to the Teams channel. We'll have a quick look. It says last read. Here we are with the response. So now your agent can now invoke these tools in conversation flows to query data, send notification, and orchestrate workflows. Now our MCP server has become a reusable standard tool that we can use in different types of agents. And so this is how you can make your existing enterprise workflows more secure, discoverable AI agents without extra development of APIs or extra integration layers or new infrastructure. So you're building it once, exposing via MCP, and let your agents reuse this capability across the enterprise. Thanks for watching.